Hey, what's up? My name is Scrub the Tarnished, and I'm gonna talk really close into the mic because I'm tired. I just got home from a concert, and I'm tired. I don't want to project right now, so I'm gonna talk really close to the mic. Anyways, hey, what's up, YouTube? My name is Scrub, and this is a Strength Arcane build, and this is one of my favorite builds to play with because you could get really good burst damage off of bleed infused strength weapons. So yeah, I got 45 and 45 strength in arcane, and then Mask of Confidence gives you an extra 3 in arcane. And so not only do you get good strength scaling weapons, you also get good bleed buildup on them as well. But the primary weapon focused on this build is Mogwin Spear, and we all know why. You've seen it in all the YouTuber top 10 best weapons Elden Ring tier list, and it's obviously an S on the tier list. And it for sure stands as an S because that L2, man, that Ash of War is insane. But I'm just gonna get right to it. A lot of these weapons, like when bleed infused, they get like 135 or more um, bleed buildup capability, whatever, and it's absolutely crazy because with like dexterity bleed weapons, there's a high chance that people can get like the phantom, um, a phantom like blood proc, but with like strength weapons, since the bleed buildup is just so immense, you could get really good burst damage since you don't have to worry about like that, phantom proc or whatever, unless you're like rolling after people or like chasing after people. But yeah, anyways, yeah, this is at meta level, by the way. So I'm just getting through all my meta level builds. I'm working on like a strength intelligence build, and then I got a pyrocaster as well. I also got like a level 90 like quality build focused on the dragon halberd and the dragon scale katana. Just those two weapons. I'm just trying to single out some weapons as well. So I don't know. I've been trying to figure out like what I want to do for builds, and I've been having a hard time of like deciding or like just curating builds. So for those who are watching, if you got any cool PvP builds that aren't cringe, hit me up and feel free to recommend them to me. So I'd be happy to do whatever. I'll probably start doing cosplay builds as well. I know I'm a little late to that because the game's been out for 2 years now. Like everyone's probably done something, but screw it, man. We do what we enjoy, and yes. So, anyways, enough of that. Let's get right into the invasions. I should have gone into the invasions like a minute and a half ago, but we're just gonna get right into it. So we have a Guts Greatsword, a chonky boy, and then we got another chonky boy who is a wizard. And so what's happening here is that the wizard is providing good support from the back, not only with spells and all that fun stuff, but with Moonveil as well. And the host was being really aggressive because, he's got good tanky armor and a weapon that does really good burst damage because it's a Guts Greatsword. So trying to figure out how I wanted to approach this was difficult at first because I didn't really want to like switch or like hard swap to any weapons. I wanted to see if I'm capable of just using like one great spear in the midst of a fight like this. But I mean, obviously, since the Phantom was the wizard, they have to go down first. But the problem is, it was really hard to solo out the wizard because of the hosts. So eventually, I needed to find like a good equalizer weapon, and it wasn't the Mogwin spear. Sure, they're really good. Great spears are really good weapons, but in a situation like this where you just need to quickly get rid of someone, it's not the move to take because this is not a weapon that you can just like get rid of someone. Nor is a halberd, to be honest. But I was just thinking to myself like, I'm curious. I wonder if the Phantom will fall for 2 piercing fangs. There's one. He fell for the first one. I wonder if I do it again, he'll do it. And yes, you already know it's predestined that the Wizard Phantom, who's wearing Bolgo armor, is just gonna, L2, because that's all they know. It's sad that's all they know. They should know more, but I don't know. I always have a saying, you can't fix stupid, but you can eliminate it. And that's exactly what we did here. We eliminated the stupid. So now we're going to go for newbie, who isn't necessarily stupid. I give commends to all the strength builds out there because, you know, big bonk weapons. You know, I don't know. Like, dexterity is fun to use, don't get me wrong. But, like, when you have slow, swinging, hard-hitting weapons like a strength build, I commend you for that. It takes patience to, you know, land a single hit with most strength builds. And so, I don't know. I mean, since I'm also a Strength Arcane, or since, yeah, I'm like also a Strength build, but I get access to good fast swinging weapons as well, like the Gargoyle's Twin Blade, which scales off of Strength. Of course, we need at least one bleed infused Twin Blade. Like, what is a bleed build without a bleed infused Twin Blade? And so, I'm excited to do like a Dexterity Arcane build. I'm working on one at level 90, and so I just felt like level 90 would fit well, or maybe like even going to like level 40 would work well for like a Dex Arcane, like even if it's just focused on one weapon. Speaking of, we have a hunter named Dex summoned, and so I wasn't really sure what to do here except just press L2, because sometimes that's all you need to do with the Mogwin Spear. I don't know why people don't run when they see the red orb or cloud or AoE of doom. Like, what? Like, what? Like, just roll. But yeah, I mean, this build could be centered completely off of the Mogwin's Sacred Spear or whatever, but I don't know, that would just kind of be boring because everyone has used Mogwin Spear at least once. So I don't know, I like to have variety in my builds, but at the same time, like, this video could just be a Mogwin Spear appreciation video, but obviously not, because we're using other weapons as well. But like, see, all you gotta do is press L2 and then R1. That was a good double kill as well. I have no idea why that host got summoned when they have like 0 HP, but I don't know. I really enjoy invading in this place in Raya Lucaria because it gets so chaotic, and I'll show you why. So here we are back at Raya Lucaria with the same exact people that we just invaded, and this was back-to-back invasions. So they had the taunter tongue on, or whatever. Same group of people. You already know what's going to go on. If they're just going to chill right there, I'm just going to Radon Rain them. Unfortunately, it didn't work out as expected, which is okay. You know, these things sometimes do not go our way, and that is okay. But luckily, shout out the Bubble for saving my butt right there. I'm trying to cuss less right now, so I'm gonna be saying silly things. Instead of ass, I'm gonna be saying like butt. And instead of saying like get shit on, I'm gonna say like get pooped on. And it's just funny to say, like, I'm just gonna start saying like get double poop scooped on. like an Italian deli man would say it. Hey, can I get the double poop scoop? Hey, yo, Mikey, let me get the double poop scoop. Make sure you put a good amount of poop on there, alright, Mikey? I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. Anyways, yeah, back to the invasions. This is the chaos of what is this room in Raya Lucaria. This room pissed me the heck off when I first played this game, because it was just like a bunch of spell spamming wizards. I feel like these spell spamming wizards are what give the incentive for most wizards who go into PvP, you know, do when they're wizards. They just spam their spells because that's all they know. And I feel like these wizards are setting a bad example for the wizards that go into PvP. And I know y'all saw my wizard build. I know I spam a couple times, and sometimes it's necessary to spam, but in a matter of in a moment like this, no, it's not necessary. But what we can do, which is necessary when I got a team ganging up on me, is Horaloo. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know that I'm an avid enjoyer of the Horaloo Ash of War, and I don't know why. It just really works well on the Iron Cleaver for some reason. I guess it's because of the R2. But yeah, shout out Horaloo. I skip a good part of this invasion because it's just me running for like a minute and a half. So I'm probably gonna stop like editing my videos to where it starts at the beginning of the invasion when you spawn in, and then the end to where it goes to the loading screen, because that's just like a good like 30 seconds being wasted that I can use for actual content of, you know, fighting teams in the game of Elden Ring on YouTube. So yeah, I would be able to fit in more invasions as well if I don't just play the entire thing. And so, like, I don't know. It seems that a lot of y'all have a really small attention span and can't get through a whole video. I don't blame you. I mean, well, actually, no, I do. Y'all got to do something about your TikTok brain, bro. Like, all these short videos have just, like, rotted the brains of people. Stimulation, like long-term stimulation, is no longer a thing. Like, why do you think we can't have trends that last more than like a month now? But surprisingly, a trend that has withstood the test of time is not leveling up your health, and I do not know why. But yeah, anyways, TikTok brain, do something about it. Go read a book or something and watch longer videos and get through the entirety of my videos. Sorry, that was mean. Anyways, yeah, so I've never had a ladder fight before, and that was pretty funny. I'm glad that the blue came up as well, because there's no way that the host could get down, but I don't know why the blue couldn't have done any, or like didn't leave the ladder as well, because the Scarlet Rot Miranda plants were right beneath us, and so it deleted, one of those plants deleted the blue for like 2,000 health, which is insane. And so, I don't know, I just thought that was funny. But yeah, another host who doesn't upgrade, yeah, who levels up their health. So this is a reminder, if you're one of those people that have less than 1,500 health at meta level, less than 1,800 to be honest, less than 55 vigor in PvP at meta level, then you got to do something about that. You got to do something about that, or I'll find you and I'll vigor check you. So yeah, here's a fun 2v2. I'm pretty sure these were just some honest co-opers getting through the game together based off of the matching of their helmets and stuff. So I was like, oh boy, a fun 2v2. I rarely have honest 2v2s. Might as well start bringing out the bone being dishonest. And so, I don't know. When it comes down to 2v2s, I love using the great bow on people and just providing cover for my red, who is, you know, at the front of the fight. So, yeah. So here's a reason why you should have the Raptor Talons with Endure on. Not only can you easily trade with the Endure Ash of War, it's just good to have. For example, I've said this before, if you have like, excuse me, like the Great Bow out, and you don't have enough time to hard swap to another weapon while somebody is rushing you, just soft swap to the Raptor Talons, hit Endure, and go for that R2 to R2 combo, because it shreds, especially on a bleed build. And since if you're able to land the combo, you're doing 4 consecutive hits, and with the amount of bleed buildup that you can get with the bleed infused Raptor Talons, you could delete somebody if they don't have the vigor requirements to withstand that kind of combo right there. So yeah, so the twin blades are also very fun to use as well, because I've said this in another video, whenever I have players who are running for me, I don't like the running R1 of most twin blades. I do like the running R2 though, but the running R1 is in my opinion. So I'll one-hand it and then just go for the poke to try to roll catch. But yeah, fun fact, I shouldn't be sharing this because I kind of want to gatekeep this, but I'm going to share it with y'all anyways. So if you try using spinning slash on a katana versus like a halberd or something, the spinning slash on a halberd has a slower startup and a longer animation, and it has hyper armor, compared to spinning slash on a katana. It has a very fast startup and a faster animation, and it has no hyper armor. However, I think this is bugged. There is hyper armor on a spinning slash when you put it on a twin blade, and so you can poise through certain attacks when using spinning slash on a twin blade. So it's good for using. It's good for going for trades sometimes. So there's some food for thought if you ever want to experiment with that. So I've been trying to make use of like the cured meats or whatever as of recently, and I thought this was a good idea too, because I knew it was like homie was just gonna continue to L2 us with his Mogwin spear, so I wanted to make sure I can like challenge that. But unfortunately, I don't know how that Phantom managed to get me, but it's okay. My red avenged me, and so I'm including that in here because the red deserves to know that, hey, like, you avenged me. You did what you had to do. And so I took the hits for you, and you just had to finish the job. You had to finish the fight, man. You played Halo 3. You understand the gimmick of finishing the fight. So, yeah. Here we are back at the Academy of Raya Lucaria, the 3-man team here. I like this spot as well. I don't know why. I just love Raya Lucaria in general as like my favorite legacy dungeon because I love the soundtrack. I love just the aesthetic of it too, and I love the colorization of the whole wizardry theme, like the cyan, bluish, greenish, like hue that goes with it. Like, I don't know. I think the art direction of the Elden Ring is amazing. It's a lot more vibrant and more vivid compared to that of like Dark Souls. Like Dark Souls 3, it's just gray with like fire red. There's like hardly any colors to it, and I can understand the artistic direction taken behind that, but I don't know. At the same time, like I love the different colorization of and thematics of like different areas in Elden Ring. That way, it gives each area like its own kind of like personality, you know. So I don't know. Raya Lucaria obviously, you know, sticks true to that like very mystical, like wizardry vibe. So, anyways. So that was a failed parry attempt from the wizard. I was just like, oh man, you messed up. You messed up big time, my dude. So that's one down, luckily. And so next up, we gotta go for Leon, who backstabbed me in the beginning of this invasion. And you already know that I'm going to be salty about that backstab because you broke my bubble and I was going to use that for good purpose. But, well, actually no, it was used for good purpose because it helped. It saved me from the insane amount of damage I would have taken from that backstab. So, yeah. So, trying to prioritize, or like, I wanted to go for the backstabs on this host who was using dual colossal weapons. I know the jump attacks must go brazy, but at the same time, like, I shouldn't risk it all the time trying to go for the backstab, especially if there's another phantom that's near me and trying to push me as well. So, like, for example, the jump attacks go brazy. Luckily, I had the help of another red as well. Unfortunately, it was a wizard red. I don't even know if they did anything to help. Not that I can remember, but I know they just buffed their Moonlight Greatsword. And, oh yeah, based off of what I'm seeing, it seems that they barely did anything whatsoever. I don't even think they did any damage on the host. He missed his wizardry. Only landed one hit or two or whatever. Yeah, wizards, man. I'm telling you. So the host rolls off because he was too intimidated. So because the red was a wizard, I had to go for the backstab. But yeah, fun fight to all those guys except the wizard. But yeah, here we are back at Altus Plateau with Barry and Emmy again. And so you already know what's gonna happen. If they fail to telegraph my L2 the first time, I might as well see if they're good at learning from their mistakes. Oh wait, no, actually switched to a different weapon. Here's some Colossal Sword action for you guys though. Yeah, it's very anticlimactic and you'll see why. But some Colossal Sword action for you guys. It took 2 hits. And I didn't even get the bleed proc, dude. It just took 2 hits. But see, like 2 hits, and you could get like a good blood proc and 1,000 damage flat right there. So yeah, my throat is dry right now. Like I said, I came home from a concert, so I'm like, my voice is a little hoarse right now. So I'm gonna drink some water. If you have some water next to you, how about you and I drink it at the same time? Because in this household, we like to stay hydrated. Water is good for the body, for the mind, and for the soul. Okay, we're gonna drink water in 3, 2, 1. That's some good water. That's some good water right there. We love water. We love that H2O. We love putting that H2O in our body. She H on my 2 until I O. I don't know. Anyways, so here we are at Mount Gilmer. We have 2 people who just love to run for me. No idea why. Since they ran for me, they instantly get the rope feeded pot. And I understand why they ran. At least they were at least smart enough to understand that, like, hey, fighting near the Iron Maidens is probably not the best idea, because that's like 3 different enemies that are focusing on us, maybe even more. So, I mean, at least they were smart enough. I know they're strength builds, but they at least invested a few points of intelligence in their brains IRL. So I gotta give them that, but... Okay. Good night. It was super fun. Yeah. Alright, sounds good. Super fun, wholesome moment with my dad saying hi. Scrub dad guest appearance. Anyways, at least they invested a few points of intelligence in their minds IRL, because otherwise that invasion probably would have gone super quick if they were to fight near the abductor versions, but it is what it is. I tried to challenge that host. It's funny, we had like we almost kissed right there. We almost kissed right there. But it was weird. Apparently, I tried going for the backstab. I got the animation, but I didn't grab him, unfortunately. So that was unfortunate. The goal was to try to get a backstab, because these guys were using colossal weapons. And it's easier because you have a slow recovery time with colossal weapons as well. So I was like, man, it seems that my ideas are not working. I wonder what I should do. And you know what? I was like, Twin Blade? Nah, maybe not. And then I was thinking to myself, like, I wonder what I would do. Also, shout out that Blue for being an idiot and just dying. No idea how you did, but thanks for refilling my Estus and my blue juice. And I was just like, you know what weapons I have not used yet? I'm going to use the dual straight swords. I'm going to use the power stance blood broadswords. Why not? I haven't tried using these yet. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to trade these guys. And I wasn't sure. I've never used bleed infused dual straight swords before. And so I was just like, I wonder what would happen if I were to do this. Because they got tanky weapons. They have hyper armor. But me, I have the Endure Ash of War. And so the goal here was to try to bunch them together. Press L2, not yet. Press L2, not yet. Press L2, and then just mash L1. And that's what happens. It absolutely shreds. And I was like, dang, dude, that's absolutely insane. That it just shreds. I can't believe that. So I had to go into another invasion and test it out to see if, like, what I just witnessed with my own eyes stays true. And so here's exactly what happens. It does. It shreds. I was like, oh my goodness. I can't believe I have never used these before. Like, why isn't this build just focused on those 2 straight swords that are blood infused? The broadsword gets good strength scaling, by the way. That's why I chose these swords. I could have used other straight swords as well, but obviously this is a Strength Arcane build. This is a bloody scrub build. Of course, we got to make sure that we're using weapons that also scale well with strength. So, yeah, like I said, these absolutely shred. And I was very surprised to see how capable they are of just, like, deleting people if they don't have a lot of health. So, yeah. This is the last invasion, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, Recommend me builds to try, please. I would love to try some new things. I'm having a hard time curating builds because there's so many options out there. And it's just like, it's overwhelming at times. So yeah, like and subscribe. And um, yeah, I'm glad you made it to the end of this video. Recommend me builds to try. Anyways, but yeah, here's the last invasion. It was just a test to see how well these dual straight swords do in invasions. And guess what? Like I said, they absolutely shred. The host made a grave mistake using the Hand of Millennia. Bam. Frost pop for the win. Because what better of a way to end a video than to huck a frost pot in somebody's face. So, GG's, you guys. Get double poop scooped on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Expect more content soon. And I love you. Be good to yourselves. And have fun with whatever you're going to do after you're done watching this video. And I hope that's not getting double poop scooped. And yeah, okay, bye.